This
certification also I
conference
got
will
it.
now be recorded.
Okay.
So since 16 years I'm in this line. So before
Oh,
that,
wow.
around 16 of my additional domain experience in Pune. So if we add together both, around 31 years now.
31 years.
Means domain plus SAP.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying
Okay. Okay.
this is what
Mhm.
myself.
Okay. So, me personally, I have around like 6 years, 7 months of experience in SAP.
Mm-hmm,
Okay. And almost 5 years in PPM.
mm-hmm,
Okay. And previous that, I started as technical actually, a web
mm-hmm,
guy, and then worked on PPM deployment project.
mm-hmm.
So, like, slowly got converted to techno functional, and then took over to almost functional fully. And sometimes I look into technical issues also, debugging and all those things, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, most of the time it's functional. So there is I am like 1/5 of your experience in SAP field. Yeah, but in
It's not
PPM I
that.
have. Yeah.
See, the point here is I've been working since then, 2004, whatever it is. So the only point here is I did not get an opportunity, even though I got 2 times, those
Hmm.
projects could not materialize. It's not my own wish, no, so
Hmm.
that
Hmm,
I
hmm.
can
Right.
force client to, no, you have to use the PPM only, Somehow it did
Yeah.
not work out. So
Yes,
then
I
it
agree.
is a part of the life. It will be like this only. Whatever you
Hmm.
like it, you may not get it also. So, but
Yep.
after that, I did not pay much attention because I have been working on other fronts and mainly focusing on the PS. Then I went to CPM also. Then
Okay.
I got S4 HANA professional
So,
service.
so from this training, what is your expectation actually? What are you expecting out of this training?
See, I wanted to get more familiarized with the PPM also. That is what my intention. Now in S4 HANA, PPM
Hmm.
also part of they have
Okay.
mentioned now. So I
Okay.
wanted to get acquainted with the PPM so that see
Hmm.
nowadays what is the people will like this. See they
Hmm.
ask it 10 questions, then suddenly they will ask, do you know this extension or not that extension?
Hmm.
See
If you say yes, if you say
there is no
yes
any
and
limitation. There is no any limitation
hmm.
to ask questions. At the same
Hmm.
time, we have a limitation to tell that yes, I know this, but at the same time, when not being at this experience level, I don't like to say
Okay.
yes or no. Very honestly, I say yes. I have got. I did not get an opportunity, but I know theoretically how it is works, but I did not have it. So I don't want to cut any excuses. That is my
Hmm.
point. So
Hmm.
you may not be expert in every area. You know, even in the
Yes,
PS also, even in ABAP also, you may
definitely,
be working.
definitely.
So,
It's all are vast modules. So, but
ah,
the
so,
thing is, you don't have to know everything, but you need to know the system. That is the
yeah,
thing.
at least
If
some
you know the
basic,
right.
if you are conceptually clear, you can build the structure,
Yes,
If you are not
exactly.
good enough, if your foundation is not good enough, you cannot build the structure. It will be only the time being you can build it, but it will not last for longer time.
Okay.
So,
Yes,
so I
right.
thought, let me get into this mode so that I will get practice it so that if I get an opportunity, I will work it. If not, there nothing doing also, that I
Okay.
cannot do anything.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
one thing I want to tell you, Prince, whatever the experience level it is there. So
Hmm.
everything it is a new, and we are always a student only. Our life is
No,
a learning
no,
curve.
yes, when I got to know that you
Hmm.
have around 31 in SAP, so
Not in
that's why
no, not in SAP. 16 years in SAP.
16 year in SAP and 16 year more in some other
15
fields. So
years of domain experience. So that's what I'm saying. Every day is a learning. And
yes,
see, you treat me like your student only. But you forget about our background. The introduction part is over. Now, when
hmm.
you are into the class mode, so you are my teacher and I am your student. So we should always have that kind of a relationship so that we can better your progress. Otherwise, no, when you have some kind of a roadblocks or certainly ego
Yeah.
building, no, then you
No, no.
cannot.
No, 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 no. It's not like that. I was just
Mm,
glad to know your experience. And
mm,
before this, uh, maximum experience I have seen people attending this training was like 10 years or
mm,
11 is like that. But
mm.
yours are way more than that. That's why I just mentioned that. Okay,
No, no,
so
no,
it's
no.
nothing,
No,
nothing
I'm
like
telling you. See,
not.
even sometime when I was in India, I used to take classes for the
Okay.
international also.
Yes.
Then when I come
Okay.
over here, I took, but due to some time constraints and all other, no,
So
I'm not.
you are in US?
Yeah, right now I'm in US.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, I'm here since last 11 years now. So
Okay.
so
Great.
the timing constraints, all those things are there. So I don't want to put myself in trouble now. Then see the point. What I want to say now, the teaching is one of the profession. I'm telling you, it
Hmm.
gives you very uh, bit and nook of the corner of your subject. You have to
Yes.
explore.
Exactly. Exactly.
See,
More you
when you are
teach,
teaching,
more you
when
learn.
you are when you are teaching 10 people, you have to think that 10 plus synergy it is. It's not that
Yes.
one classroom. Every
Yes.
mind has its own way of thinking. They have their
Yes.
own set of questions. So
Questions. Yes.
everything will be posed to you. Then you should be able to answer to them. Otherwise, no. Then you will not be. And that gives a very good opportunity to learners into the
Hmm.
more areas. So people
Yes.
will ask this question. That question. Sometimes it may be silly, but that silly also is very useful.
Yep. You won't repeat you
Hmm.
that mistake yourself once you get
Hmm.
from others, right?
Yeah.
So, yep. So coming back to our course content, it will be like around 20 hours of session.
So one thing can I ask you one question?
Sure, sure, please.
What is your real name? You can tell me that.
Okay, no, actually we are on recording, so like I don't go on
Okay.
record.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. No problem.
I will once we will confirm the session will start. So definitely
Hmm.
we will exchange contacts. Okay,
Hmm.
and I will be able to like it's not like just during the training session. After that
Sure.
also, I have my previous last student was from Australia actually,
Hmm.
and he's still in touch with me. He has my WhatsApp number, and he has any doubts he send to me. If I'm
Hmm.
able to answer, then if I'm getting time, I'm able to answer. Then it's fine. Otherwise whatever I feel like whenever the people whom I knew earlier, right,
Yep.
who
Okay.
taught me, right, so
Yeah.
I get in touch with them. So they are also in touch with me. It's like kind of relationship that we develop. It's not
Yeah.
like just like okay, you are done, course is done, then tata bye bye. It's not like that.
It's not
Okay,
use and throw.
so
It's not a use
yes,
and
no,
throw.
no, it's not like that. Definitely.
Okay.
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 So that
Thanks.
we'll get to know
No
for sure.
problem. We will continue.
Okay.
See, now I told Hasani today, so I will
Hmm.
continue after this one also. So she said that don't only attend the demo. I said okay, that's good. I don't have any problem.
Okay.
So generally, if it is today is being a demo, no
Hmm.
problem. But what is your regular class timings?
Regular class time, it's 7 to 8 only. I preferably keep it. There is a
Mhm.
like this I only suggested actually 7 to 8.
Okay.
To Hasni asked me, so this is the like
Mhm.
available time for me because
Okay. I got you.
after if you go for 8 to 9 or something, then my other routines get delayed a bit, and I have one more batch going on.
Mhm.
Okay, so that gets delayed actually.
Okay, no
So
problem. Because this also convenient for me. Even
hmm,
after coming, I can also come
max,
down from
yeah,
office so that I can
yeah.
attend the
So,
classes.
so
Okay.
max,
Yeah.
as your daylight saving will be, I think it will be changed now, right? After
No,
next
it is
next week,
coming on 11th.
next week, yes,
Yeah, from
right.
11th onwards, we will see the
So,
new daylight zone saving.
if you have any issues there at the time, so I can shift half an hour plus or minus. That would be like
Hmm.
max. It's 7 a.m. we started today in India time, so I
Yeah.
can shift to either 6:30 or I can
Hmm.
shift to 7:30. I can start, so but not later than 7:30. So
Yeah, yeah, I
7:30.
understand that. Hey, I understand your problem because you have to do certain things to go
So
getting ready and.
yeah, so 7 to 8:30 I have kept for this training
Hmm.
actually 6:30 to 8:30 actually. In that, I out of this 2 hour, any 1 hour or 2 hour, whatever you prefer. Like if you feel like okay, we can go for
Okay.
2 hours a day or 1 hour a day, so that
Hmm.
we can wrap it up. So it's up to your speed, like how much you can take it up in a day.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Okay, I
so
got it.
we should not do it like overdose. Okay, I will not rush. So okay, it should not be like, oh, yeah, definitely, right. Sometimes
Yeah.
some trainer will try to push everything in one class just to save their time. That is not good.
No,
Okay,
no,
and
that's true.
main thing is you should get your hands dirty in the configuration in functional
Yep.
part.
Yep.
Right. Once you are comfortable till the point I have done completed, then only we should proceed further.
Yep.
Otherwise, if you don't understand few things and later that thing is being used, again you will
Mm.
have lot of questions and you will not understand that new topic also.
Yeah, I
So
got you.
that is the main problem. So that's why we should not rush. Actually, we
Mm.
will go by the pace at which you can take it easy. So maximum it
Okay.
will be finished by 20 hours or so.
Mm.
Okay, and the course we will structure in like two parts. First we will cover portfolio management and then we will cover project
Mm.
management. Okay, so
Okay.
portfolio, we will discuss portfolio and everything we will discuss about what are these elements. When I'm saying portfolio, what does it mean? When I saying project, what does it mean? In that we
Mm.
will see the like how this is organized, how we organize a portfolio, then how we define
Mm.
the portfolio structures, related elements, right? You
Mm.
will have portfolio definitions, you will have buckets, hierarchies, and initiatives. Those things we will see.
Mm.
Then we will switch our gear to real time project thing, which is called portfolio item,
Mhm.
which is used for creating projects actually. So in the
Mhm.
items, it is something like operational. This is the operational entity in the
Mhm.
PPM.
Mhm.
Okay, and from that we derive projects. So that we will see later. First, we will cover the
Mhm.
portfolio part, and we will see initiatives. What are initiative? Why we use initiative, and then we will
Mhm.
do financial planning on portfolio items.
Mhm.
Okay, and then we will do capacity planning also. Okay,
Mhm.
so financial and capacity, and later we will integrate this financial and capacity planning to our project. In
Mhm.
project also we will have the financial and capacity plannings, which you can pull from your item level also, like whatever you are doing in the project level, you can send it to item level
Mhm.
for consolidation. Okay, so
Mhm.
for reporting purpose you can do that. So that integration also we will see. Then we will see like project management and link to the items, how our PPM is integrate, like portfolio management and project management, how they are linked. That means when you are creating an item, then how
Mhm.
project is getting created, how you can externally attach like let's say on creation of item, I'm creating a project automatically. So I don't
Mhm.
want to create automatically, I want to create manually a project and then attach it to a
Mhm.
portfolio item. So those scenarios we will discuss.
Okay.
Then we will do resource planning, which is part of uh, project management. This is not part of portfolio management. Portfolio management, you don't have resource planning option, you can't do
Mhm.
staffing or those things. So for that we have to learn about resources, like creation of business partners and all that stuff in the system. In the resource management, we will have one tab. I will show you the screens today. Okay. And then we will go for integration options, few integration options, like how it is linked to. So this integration with SAP project system.
Mhm.
Okay. This is a bit tricky one. Actually, what I would say, like it is a work of entire team.
Mhm.
Okay. This is something where in when you integrate with it with project system, you will have WS mapping. So this we will do. We will map it
Mhm.
to the project system. But
Mhm.
when it will come to the confirmation of the tasks in the project, right? So from the
Mhm.
PS to WBS we will have, and we will charge time against, let's say, cat related we have done. Okay, cat
Mhm.
activity. If somebody is charging time and accordingly the works are getting confirmed. That scenario is very difficult to replicate, because for that you have to set up
Mhm.
entire HCM related data, like employee data, org level data, FICO related integration. Those things are needed, so which will
Mhm.
be difficult to show, but definitely I can show you how, when we are creating the project in our PPM, how it is creating a corresponding project in project system.
Mhm.
Okay, how it is getting done. That definitely I will show you. That integration will be
Mhm.
the part of this discussion. Okay, then we will see the question
One
before.
second, one question, one question. Can you go
Yes.
back here? Resource planning, you are saying that which is not being done in the PPM side, huh? In the
No, no, no,
portfolio
not,
side?
not not portfolio side, not portfolio
Uh,
side. It is done.
mm,
It is done in project side. In portfolio, we have capacity planning,
mhm.
not
Okay.
resource planning.
Okay.
Resource is something that when you identify individual resources with their qualifications and you staff them in the project
Mm,
based on their roles, based on the roles. Okay,
mm,
so that planning we will do. Okay, and all those data will move, we will roll it, whatever the capacity we will do, like, okay,
Mm,
so for this particular role in this project I need 20 hours of managerial candidate,
mm,
let's say. Okay, and in the capacity planning you have defined for that item, you have defined, let's say, 30 hours total capacity. So still
mm,
10 hours is pending, so that 10 hour where you will assign.
mm.
Okay, so let's say you need a software developer, another 10 hours for that. So those kind of plan we will see when we will do it in the system,
But
you will be able to integrate,
so see,
relate.
I have one question, Prince. Now, when you are
Yes.
saying about portfolio management and project management, what is the basic difference between these two? What is that?
Portfolio aligns with the
Mm,
um, company's day in day out business. Okay,
mm,
their line of business. That's what
mm,
portfolio defines. Okay,
mm,
and portfolio is mainly at your managerial level, like at the level where you do the reporting at location level and you compare the things at a different geographical entity based, and you
mm,
define it as per your line of service. That is portfolio. Portfolio is as per your line of business. It can be arranged geographically, it can be arranged based on the budget, or it can be arranged based on different
mm,
like you say coordinates, different coordinates. Based on that you can design a portfolio. So we will see that in something called classification hierarchy, where we will design an alternative portfolio. Okay, there is a concept called classification hierarchy. Okay, so a company will have a defined portfolio. Okay, line of business, let's say
mm,
Wipro, take an example of Wipro has product and services, both kind of
mm,
portfolio, right? It's
mm,
into products also, it's into services also. So it will have
mm,
two portfolio.
mm,
If I would like to design a portfolio for Wipro,
mm,
I will design that product and services. But similarly, if I go for Infosys, I won't go for product, I will go only for services,
mm,
right? Their portfolio will be only services. Inside that portfolio you will have portfolio, something called portfolio items. You will divide
mm,
the portfolios into something called buckets.
mm,
Okay, you will structure
mm,
your entire line of business into small buckets, based on that
mm,
can be based on the type of client you serve.
mm,
Okay, let's say a simple example, let's say I am Infosys, let's say. Okay,
mm,
and my line of business is services, which is my portfolio, which defines my portfolio.
mm,
In that my clients are like, I have different sort of clients. Let's say
mm,
I'm just taking one real time scenario where you can map it. Okay,
mm,
so you can use PPM for various different projects. The real estate project makes very good use of it.
mm,
Okay, so what I will do, that I will define my buckets based on my client, type of client I am serving. Let's say I have gaming clients, I have
mm,
software clients, let's say,
mm,
and I have auto industry clients. Let's say
mm,
Hero Motor Corp or something is my client. These are my clients. So what I
mm,
will do, based on that I will define different buckets inside my portfolio.
mm,
Now, in those buckets, let's say gaming or auto industry clients are there. In that bucket, I
mm,
will create one item for Hero Motocar, one item for
mm,
Tata Motors, one item for Ashok Leyland, one item for Eicher Motors. Okay, so like that, different items I have created to
mm.
do the financial and capacity planning.
1 second.
Okay,
Auto industry. In auto industry again, you will be
wait,
splitting this into
oh, wait,
the
wait, wait. Let
uh,
me show you. Let me show you in the
so
some diagrammatical format, so that it will be easy for you to understand. Where is that PPM training? Let me pull out some PPT. Okay, one sec, just one sec. Oh, why it's not opening? hmm
okay, I got it. So when you are
just
creating a one portfolio project, your
uh,
portfolio could be
yes, yes.
line of
I got,
business. Line of
yes,
business.
yes.
So your line of business
Let
could
me go to,
be.
yes.
Uh,
So here you see, this is a rough
hmm.
structure, a portfolio structure when I'm saying.
Okay,
Okay,
that is
and
the terminology.
when I say that is the like how it is designed. in the system, how we design a portfolio in a system,
mm,
and how it
mm,
drills down to the project level.
mm,
Okay, so here it's an example of real estate. Just
mm,
imagine, instead of real estate, you can imagine, let's say, what you called, instead of real estate, you can imagine here Infosys or like some service based portfolio. Okay, it's
mm,
not real. In
yeah.
that, I will design a bucket. You can have multiple level of buckets. That hardly
Mm,
matters. It's up to you how you divide your business. Okay,
mm,
so I will define, let's say, into two clients, software
mm,
and gaming, software
mm,
and gaming, like this. In that software client, I will have, let's say, Microsoft is my client, and let's say
mm,
SAP is my client. Okay,
mm,
two clients, or Autodesk is my client.
mm,
Okay, so these two are my client, let's say, right? So
mm,
these two becomes, for them, I will do some resource planning. I am serving a client. I will have project going on in my own uh, system, right?
mm,
In my own company. So I will be staffing resources to that project. I will have a project manager to manage that, how they're serving and how they're doing these things, right?
mm,
So in that case, what will happen, that these like these staffing and everything, resource staffing, that will done in project set, but capacity plan, like how much I need. Okay, and financial
mm,
plan, how much, based on the geographical location. Let's say I can go to instead of India, I can
mm,
go to, I can deploy it through my Singapore team, I can deploy it through my China team. So
mm,
how much it will cost me,
mm.
based on geographical location, geographical factors. So I can define a different items for at those levels. Those are called initiatives. Okay, so there
One
comes
second,
into
one
picture
second.
initiative.
Just one
I
second.
oh,
Uh,
wait,
Now,
Sudhakar,
uh,
you don't have to right now note anything, because
no,
we
no,
will go one by one in system. Everything we will
no,
go in
I am
system,
not.
and we'll see.
No, I am not
With
writing down. I am only asking you.
sure,
In the you said bucket, then you said the initiative. What is the difference between what is that initiative? Why it is being called as initiative?
initiative is something, and that's why I'm saying
Mm,
that every entity
mm,
we will discuss in detail. In detail.
Okay,
Right now, I'm just giving you
okay,
entire structure, because
sure,
entire
sure.
this portfolio structure, defining this portfolio structure and bucket thing is one session. At least it will
Mhm.
take.
Okay.
Explaining you this, okay, that is one session thing. Okay,
I will.
and then initiatives
Mm,
and items, that will be another session. Okay, and
okay.
then capacity planning will be another session, and financial planning will be another session. Because
Okay.
when we will do it in the system, we have to define hell lot of configurations for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
See,
and
that's what.
as a PPM
Mm,
consultant, it is expected for you to know those configurations. So without
that's
looking into system,
see. Sometime I will tell you. Just to let me tell you openly. I maybe jump two, three steps ahead because I am into
yes,
the PS
and
also now.
don't,
So don't
okay,
mistake me also. Okay.
no, no,
So
no
you can
problem.
stop me
Don't
there.
worry,
You can
don't worry.
stop.
I will pull you back. Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we will definitely going to cover those things one by one, because
Mm,
if I will tell you now, then you will have more
mm,
questions, because
yep.
I will not tell you in detail, and then you will try to go into detail, and then you will
Mm,
ask more questions. So the entire session will be only question and answer, that's all. Okay,
yep.
there will be no knowledge sharing in
No.
a in a structured basis. It will be
Yep.
like here and there. Okay, I
Okay.
picked one topic here, one topic there. That will not help. Trust
Mm,
me, that will tell. So what I would say, that for today, just hold on to your questions. Okay,
yep.
like these detailed questions. What I'm
Mm,
trying to say, I'm just trying to make you aware of the entities of PPM, so that these terms will you will get friendly with, and we will
yep.
dig in into each and every term, and we will see how it works in the configuration.
Mm,
Okay, so I'm showing you a rough structure how it is divided, and remember always, when we
mm,
will discuss bucket, inside a bucket there can be another buckets, or there can
mm,
be a item directly. If there is
mm,
an item inside a bucket, okay, there
mm.
cannot be another bucket inside it.
Yeah.
So inside a bucket, last thing you will have will be an initiative or item you will have. Okay, if these things are there, then you will not have another bucket inside it. Okay, there
So
will be
that
no
is
further
the
division. That is the last
hierarchy
one.
structure.
Yes.
Portfolio, then bucket, then initiative or item.
Initiative
Or
or items, yeah, that's all.
so.
Okay, and then comes the project.
Mm, okay.
Okay, then comes the project, which is linked to your item and
Mm-hmm,
project has one-to-one relation always.
mm-hmm,
Okay,
mm-hmm,
for one item we will have one project. So project is something which is operational entity. Okay,
mm-hmm,
where you actually book your expenses and your time and whatever. You confirm the how many hours you have spent on this work. Okay, you
mm,
define in that project, you will have your tasks and milestones and checklists to actually do the that particular project which was initiated as part of initiative is something which we initiate 3 4 ways. Let's say I want to see how much it will cost me in Singapore, how much it will cost me in India, how much it will cost me in China if I try to execute this project at these different processes based on different resources cost, right?
yeah,
So
yep.
I will have different, so I will create 3 4 initiatives. Then I will see what is the outcome in the reporting. We will see how much risky is it to do it from India, how much risky risk analysis we will do. Okay,
Mhm,
and once I will, okay, risk analysis is highest in China. That means that it's risky to start the project in China, budget wise or resource wise, whatever it is. Okay, then because we will have a defined budget for any project, right? We will
mm,
have, let's say, $1 million has been allocated for this project. So
mm,
the management will think that to make that best use of that $1 million, right? They will
mm,
think that how to minimize the expenses, right? How to minimize and like achieve the best outcome. So how they will do, they will just put it into the tool and see. They will have certain, we will set something called questionnaires and scoring model. I showed you in the topic we had,
mm,
right?
yeah.
So we will design our questionnaire and scoring model based on the answers of those questionnaire and scoring model. It asks, it calculates, the system calculates the risk. Okay, the manager who is trying to do achieve the results, he will answer
Mm,
those, he or she will answer those questions, and he will try to score the project on based on that those initiatives, and he will see, okay, the 3 initiatives I started, and 2 are showing as risk, and 1 is looking good in India. Let's start with India project. Then he will convert that initiative to item, and then item becomes operation, and the corresponding to that project gets created, and entire like operation happens. And other two
mhm,
are getting, other two, he killed it, he just closed it simply because it was
mhm,
just for evaluation purpose.
mhm,
Okay, initiative is some idea you have, you starting it. Okay,
mhm,
but it has very similar characteristic of your item and project both. It fetches characteristic of both an item, and when we'll see in the system, it will have few characteristics of item and few characteristics of project, because
mhm,
it should have both. If you think business wise, because I'm based on that, I'm trying to take a decision here. Like
mhm.
based on initiative type, I'm trying to take a decision here. So it should have all the like factors in it, so that it will help me to make a better decision. So we will see in the system, then you will understand, but that is the later part we will see. Okay, that is the first we will start with the portfolio.
So,
Yeah,
initiate item will have a PPM project and PS project
yeah.
also. Mhm,
Yes, it will have PS project also. That's what I said, where that PPM with PS
mhm,
integration will come into picture. Okay, as
mhm,
soon as we will create the item, the project, and there is a status, something called accounting integration we will do. Okay,
mhm,
then
mhm,
it will map to your PS project.
mhm. Okay.
Okay, and that's where my knowledge limits. That is the limit of my knowledge. Till that part, I am good because I'm good at PPM side. Okay, PS side,
Mhm,
I have very minimal exposure. Okay,
mhm,
so I and you have very good experience in PS side. So definitely
mhm.
from there you can take it up in the PS side how it works with WBS and all. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm PPM side. I can tell you, I can cover. I will cover everything definitely. Okay, whatever you need from a project perspective, and whatever is there in the system, whatever you don't even need in the project system. Many things are there I am not using in project for years. Okay,
Okay.
but that is the part of the system that definitely I will explain the configuration. I will show you in the system how it's done.
Okay.
Okay, because every project is using this tool for different purpose.
Yep.
Okay, some clients are using some one client that was very weird. They were using it for product movement from US to Brazil. Okay, they were tracking
Mhm,
that, uh, which is doesn't make sense. This is for
mhm,
something else, and you're tracking some product movement. And they
mhm.
were like, it has something called phases in the project where approval will be there, so movement will happen or not. That was one phase. So it was approved, then okay, movement will happen. If that is done, that was one of the tasks. Okay, task completed. Something like that. So that is a weird requirement, but yeah,
So
they mapped it.
now we are, since you said the phase now, where that you will see in the structure.
That will be in the project, inside project. In PPM project, we will have
Uh-huh.
phase. So phase is
Phases.
nothing but it will map to a WBS and PS project. Okay.
Okay.
So you will have different phases like
So
your
basically,
yeah.
if let me put you in this way, what is
Hmm.
the portfolio structure means? It is a kind of a your entire business verticals or a line of
Yes.
business structured.
Yeah.
how it
Hmm.
is being executed in a business organization.
Yes.
Like,
Especially for reporting purpose.
yeah, means if you
Okay.
have if you take a IT
I will show
industry
you.
or so SAP,
Yes.
Oracle, Microsoft, these are all the line of businesses, and it have a
Hmm.
different buckets and it have a different projects, so
Hmm.
clients and everything, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it will make sense
Mm,
more when we will see it in the system
mm,
first thing. Second thing, that we will show something called bucket roll up. Whatever
mm,
capacity planning and financial planning we are doing at item level, it will
mm.
roll up, it will roll back up to bucket level. From item
That
level, it
way,
will roll back up to bucket level. So let's say this in a particular bucket you have 5 items, let's say.
mm.
Okay.
So
5 items
all
you have
the
created
because
one.
of the hierarchy structure, all the costs related to that one it will roll up to the
All
aggregate to
will
the
roll up
higher
to
level.
there is a bucket roller program. You just run it and everything get rolls
Mm.
up to that bucket
But
level.
but this will happen automatically, no? Or do we need manually?
Actually, automatically it should happen with new features, but the thing is like sometimes it's not happening. It depends on like
Uh,
some configuration or something that we have. Like I tried in this system, but it's not
mm,
even if my for my client that current client, okay, that is
mm,
the like old system they're using where we have to do bucket roll up program is there, and here that Naveen has given the system. In that also I tried, but automatically it didn't happen. But when I did through that program, it was very smoothly it was transferred, so that is not
bucket
an issue.
roll-up program. Is it a standard program or what?
Yes, it is a standard program
So
SAP
we
has
have to
given.
run we
You
have to
have
run
to
SA 38, huh?
no, in SA38 you can just or you can schedule a background job. You can ask a webper
Yeah,
to schedule a background job
yeah,
and daily it will do, or every half an hour or 1 hour, whatever you
yeah.
frequency you want,
Okay.
and it will keep rolling up, and
Yeah, of
that
course.
is not a concern.
Yeah, but
Okay.
in PS, no, in PS, we need not to do all this program. It automatically roll up everything from the lower
Yes.
to the higher.
Logically, you are exactly correct.
Mm,
If
mm,
I have mentioned in the configuration that it should
mm.
roll up, then it
No,
should automatically roll up.
no, I need not to mention also,
In
Prince.
PS, in PPM, in PPM we have to actually. In
Mhm,
PPM we have that. I will show you in configuration when we will design
mm,
these types. All the types we will do item type and all the stuff we will define. There we will see we will
mm,
have option to
mm,
choose that how it
mm,
will get integrated with bucket. So you have to do
mhm.
the roll up. So
Okay,
there you will define
this is a
everything.
different product, so they might have designed in such a way. So
Yes.
no point in discussing unnecessarily. Okay,
Yeah.
at
No,
least they
we will.
have given a at least they have given a program to
We will
run, which we can run in the
yes.
background for every half an hour or 1 hour, so that
Yes.
all data will be rolled up when people
To
running
bucket.
the reports. You
Yes.
know.
Yes.
Mm,
So then we have like project management part. Okay, it will before integration that I mentioned
mm,
that this project management part, because without knowing the project management you can't do integration. Without knowing the
mhm,
resource planning and the cost planning, these things you can't transfer these things to item level from
mm,
project, right? So first you need
okay.
to understand the entire project structure. How do we do a
Okay.
staffing in? So we will discuss those, and then
Mm.
we will do transfer from project to project and item integration. We will see.
Can you tell me one fundamental question I will ask you now?
Yes, yes, please. Tell me.
PPM, PS, these are the two modules. So
Hmm.
I have one very layman question. Can we do PPM without integrating a PS?
Yes, we can do
Huh?
it. Yes, we can.
So we don't require PS part. So just I will do my resource
Yes,
assignment,
because
cost
let me tell
planning.
you because
Uh,
because we have something called confirmation option is there.
yeah.
Okay, where we
Mm,
can where we can enter. That's what we will be going to do, because
mm,
using the WBS and those things, that is the entire team work with. That is 7 to 8 people job, man. We cannot do that in test system without having a team.
mm,
Okay, so
mm,
setting up all that thing, you need different expertise. Okay, so we will be doing the confirmation of the task in the project PPM tool itself, and there we
mm,
will put the actual effort, how much we are spending.
mm,
Okay, we are going to put that in there.
mhm. Okay. It's only my question. We will see further. Okay.
Yep. Yep. And then in the
Mm,
project structure, we will have different entities like checklist. We will have pages, we will
mm,
have tasks, we will have milestones. So those things we will discuss one by one as the time
mm.
permits. In that time, we will discuss everything, how we design that structure. So for that, we have to do a lot of configuration.
How about this thing, Prince? Material procurement through the PPM.
Screen. Okay.
Material procurement. Can we generate any procurement requisitions from the project, the PPM portfolio structure or a PPM structure?
From project portfolio structure directly, no.
Hmm.
Okay, but when you send these things to PS site, then you can do like SD related stuff, billing and all the stuff you can do from there based
Coming,
on the
yeah,
time booked on there.
that's what my question also. See, even SD for billing part also we need a integration with the SD. So for
Yes.
that PPM portfolio structure, either bucket or phase, we cannot assign in the SD side.
No,
So
you
for
cannot.
that, we need a PS structure in between them.
Yes.
Portfolio, project management, then we need a PS and
Yes.
SD. This
No,
is the.
no. The thing when you say that can it work standalone? Yes, it can
Hmm,
work. But when you
hmm.
involve billing and FI part in it, definitely it has to go via
Hmm.
PS.
Yeah, see,
Okay.
when I saying I will put in this way. One thing is
Okay.
that whether it is work as independently, yes, it definitely works, but certain limitations are there. That is what I mean to say. But when you are
Yep.
looking in a comprehensively, do the functionality of everything, billing, your procurement, and every all such an aspects, then it has its own limitations, which depends on the project system which will
Hmm.
be integrated with your portfolio and project structure, then only it will be able to perform other functionality. That is what I mean to say. Am I right?
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
So, yep. Let's go to the system and
Hmm.
just launch it with NWBC, and in the business client
Hmm.
we will see existing examples. Okay, we will see how it looks like in the system. Okay, right now I'm not going to SPR and all the stuff. From first session we
No,
will
no, no,
start.
not
After demo
require,
we'll start. Okay,
not require
we'll start.
also.
So first of all, let's say you have portfolio structure and wait.
See, can you brief me on this screen
Yes,
navigation part and
exactly.
all? Just
Yes,
before going into that.
that's what my aim was here
Hmm.
today. Okay, so in the demo session, I generally do this one only. First, I will give you the overview of course content and overview of entire portfolio and project, and then
Can
I
you
walk
go
you through the
back to
screens.
the NWBC and how you have reached, what is your selected?
Okay,
I
okay,
some
okay,
There is
okay.
some time lag. I think I missed that part. If you don't mind.
Okay, okay, no problem, no problem. Just
Yeah.
type NWBC here
Yeah.
or slash SAS and NWBC. Okay,
Okay.
it will launch your business client.
Hmm.
Okay, these configurations I cannot tell you. These are basic things. Okay,
Yep.
so you can
Yep.
just let it be and click on this
Yep.
NWBC here. You see slash
Again.
NWBC ID. Huh.
Again. Hmm.
Okay, yeah. Here you need to click, and then different clients. My current client doesn't have this. They have integrated this PPM tabs. Whatever you see here,
Yep.
that another one, another screen.
Hmm.
This one they have integrated these tabs in my portal actually.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so we are using via portal. So
Hmm.
we are not launching NWBC there.
Hmm.
Okay, so different type of configuration you might have. There are different type of system landscape. So that is not our concern. That is basis handles it completely.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Agree.
yeah. So just you need to understand the path. So first
Hmm.
NW, if either it will
Hmm.
be in directly in portal integration or something, or it will be in some Fury app, or you can go through directly in the NWBC and then you launch it, and then you will see portfolio administration. This is the tab you should have access to as a PPM guy. As a
Hmm.
PPM consultant, you should
So
have access to this.
can we go by one tab? Portfolio
Yeah, I am.
management, my portfolio on the top.
Okay, so main
Hmm.
management and portfolio and project administration. These are the four main tabs. One, two, three, and four. These are the four most important tabs you should be
Wh-
dealing with, and you should have these four tabs in
Which
as a
one?
PPM administrator.
Your voice is breaking, Prince.
Oh,
Can
let
you
me
can you
let me do
repeat
one.
this? Sorry.
Yeah, sure,
Hmm.
no problem. Hey, you don't have to sorry or anything. You don't have to say sorry or anything. Just say that I am not able to hear that. Maybe sometimes connectivity issue might be there. Okay, so I am telling you these four tabs
That's
as a
good. No,
PPM.
I can.
As PPM consultant, you will be day in day out dealing with. And out
Oh.
of these four tabs, this last one is most important.
Mm-hmm.
Portfolio and project management system is most important. As an PPM consultant, you should have this access first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now coming to this, what are all these tabs about? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in the administration tab, you will have lot of accesses which in normal portfolio management, project management resource, you will not have those things. Okay. Here you can do all the admin related activities. You can do anything. You can edit any project. You can edit if you have admin authorizations. You are a super
Mm-hmm.
user.
So
Okay.
you can create, you
You
can
can create,
edit.
yes, you can create entire portfolio. You can create,
Mm-hmm.
you can change bucket. You can change other people's authorization. Okay. In the project, in the bucket, anywhere, you can do those things. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you can create template project templates, you can define and everything, you can create resources, you can do project version, you can create, and lot of things. You can define the authorizations for different for people, okay, whom
Mm-hmm.
you want to send. But these are the roles of different people. You are not supposed to do everything. Okay, it's just that I'm saying admin is capable of doing everything in the system. Simple.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
but there are different role based things. Few will be resource manager, few will be project
Mm-hmm.
manager, and few will have project manager will be itself will be portfolio manager also. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so what they do, first of all, we will go to, so sequence is like this. I will show you this sequence in
Mm-hmm.
which the project we will be traversing.
Mm-hmm.
uh, One sec. This is the number one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, portfolio management. Then we
Mm-hmm.
have project management 2,
Management.
and this is resource
Resource.
management. Then we'll get to know about resource management. Okay,
Okay.
and then we will see some. This we will see in the end. This when we will be creating the these things, resources, or we will be creating those things, project version and
So,
all that stuff. And this my
friends,
portfolio object.
so one
Okay.
second. So you mean to say, sir, these are the four security roles related, which will have appear based on the assignment. Not
Hmm.
everything will appear on the individual screen also. Am I right?
Yes, exactly. Not everyone will
Because,
have this access to these tabs.
because see, that depending on the organization requirement, they will split the
Hmm.
roles, and
Hmm.
somebody may get
And
the portfolio
let
management only.
let me
Somebody
tell
get
you
the.
one.
Uh,
Let me tell you one more thing. Let me tell you one more thing. Not only that, you see here it says portfolio PPM training,
mm,
right? So
mm,
let's say I am working for Wipro where it has two types of portfolio.
mm,
Okay, one is service portfolio, Wipro
mm,
service portfolio is the name, let's say,
mm,
and
mm,
another is Wipro products portfolio.
mm,
I don't want people of what you called
mm. Access.
people to access this, change their portfolio. People who are
Or
working in
you,
service
or you
portfolio.
can restrict to the even visibility also.
Yes, one sec. Let me tell you one
Mm,
thing.
mm,
That I don't want that the product side guys to look at the service portfolios, and I don't want.
mm,
So I will default this portfolio to the user IDs. Okay, there is a
mm,
standard function module available in
mm,
SAP where you
mm,
can give the portfolio GUID number. In the backend, in the front end, you see a text, but in the backend, this portfolio is having something called GUID. It's a
mhm,
alphanumeric number, very long. You can
mhm,
just give that, and you can give the username, and you can assign that default portfolio, and you can take this create portfolio button out of here.
mhm, mhm,
And in the portfolio management also, you'll go, you will see this,
mhm,
it will show you as PPM training, switch portfolio, you can change portfolio here. So we, with the help
mhm,
of enhancement and developers, we just take this button out.
mhm,
Okay, so that nobody will be able to switch their portfolio. So product guy will stay in products, all manager will create all the buckets and items within this portfolio itself. They can't
mhm,
to go in any, they can't go and create anything in service portfolio. Okay,
mhm,
so these are the things that needs to be taken care of based on the design. So usually when you will go in any organization for PPM, they will have single portfolio. They will use
mhm.
only one portfolio type, and in the live environment you will have only one portfolio type. Okay,
Okay.
which will be assigned to. We will create that. We will configure it portfolio type first, and then we will create the portfolio. Okay, and then we will assign that portfolio to our user ID so that it will appear here.
Mhm.
Okay, that will be the part of that will be the activity that we will do start from SPRO. Okay, not
Mhm.
here. That we
Yeah.
have to do in SPRO. Okay,
Okay.
and then we have to run that function module to default it. Otherwise, I can default from here also. Okay,
Mm.
but if this option is not there, then how will we do?
Yeah.
Okay, so there is some issue with this structure graphic. I have reported to Naveen actually in the last time also it was coming. Whenever I'm opening portfolio structure, and once I had opened this graphic, there's some
Mm.
note which is missing in the system because of it this graphic is not getting displayed, and it is getting stuck there and nothing is working. So generally I'm using this tab
So
to
what is
navigate
this version? Prince?
where
PPM version?
one sec.
PPM?
This is 6.1.
6 point means latest one only.
Yes, yes,
Am I right?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Where you can check these things, you
Mm.
know that
No, tell me.
here in system,
Mm.
the
Yeah.
status.
Okay.
And the installation product details, you can see what are all
Yep.
the versions are there. Okay, so you're aware of that, then obviously no point. But yeah,
No, no, no,
here,
no, 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 no. Just show me, show me.
okay, okay, no problem. I'll show you. Let me see. Mm-mm-mm. Where is that PPM project? They will install the components here.
Just
Basis will be there.
use the find button. No, search button is there. No.
One sec, one sec. It is something will directly. It will pop up. One sec. Not PPM. I think PLM. It will be.
Yeah, what? PLM only or PPM?
One. Let's see. Let me see with project keyword. Not showing up. No hits. One sec.
See, 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 there, there, there. Just move up. Just now it's in SAP PPM. See this one. SAP PPM, no?
No, this is PPIM. Okay,
Mm,
yes, this is the one. This is the component portfolio and project management. This is 6.1. Okay,
mm,
release
mm.
6.1. So you can check these things, validate in any system for any components. You can validate from here.
Where you clicked on this one, close this window.
I will tell you. I will tell you. Let it close. Yep. So you see when you go to system, here you see
Mm,
system at top. It will be always be
yeah.
there on any SAP GUI screen. It will be there. Okay. Just click
Okay.
on that. You will see something called status. Click on the
Yeah.
status. It will launch this pop-up window. This pop-up window will appear.
Where is the
Okay.
status button? Status, status.
No, no. In the system. Oh,
Mm.
you're logged into your system.
No,
In the
I am
system.
not logged into system. I
Okay.
don't have
Okay.
access also.
Wait. 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 I will show you. Here you see system.
Yeah.
Here you see
Status.
status.
Yep.
Yes. This will be in every screen.
Yep.
This is system level menu actually.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
so it will be every GUI screen will have this. So you go to
Yep.
status
Yep.
and you see component product version,
Yep. Yep.
see details it says. So click
Yep.
on this component.
Mm.
Okay, and then in the install product version you will see that
Yeah. See,
all the product
nowadays
which
I
are
have been working on S4 HANA, no? So we don't require all those things. It is only the
yes.
release 1702, 1802,
Ah,
1804.
right, right, right.
That is. Uh,
Okay, so there's
mm,
the 6.1 product. So let me tell you one thing.
mm,
Like I'm not working for the client who is on HANA, but I
mm,
research from my side what are the changes that has been incorporated as a part of HANA and PPM. Okay,
mm, mm,
I I could figure out only one thing, that is performance. That's all.
mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
PPM is painful, very painful when it comes to performance.
Mm,
It has been my experience since day one, and
mm.
it was not fixed till very late. We applied many notes and lot of things to improve the performance, but barely we could get anything. We reduced the number of field on the front end and all that stuff. But with HANA, performance is amazing.
Can I
That's
tell
what.
you one thing?
Yes.
Since beginning, I have seen SAP has invested a lot of efforts in improving other modules, MM,
Hmm.
SD, WM,
Uh,
PPM,
uh,
whatever it is.
hmm.
When comes to the PS and PPM side, no, then
Hmm.
their effort is very less with respect to the other modules. And the
That's why.
improvisation also very less. Rather, they
Hmm.
spread into more and more modules now. C projects, C
Yes.
folders, then CPM, Fortnite, fucking everything they created. Rather
the
than making it more comfortable and
one
giving
one
more
thing.
comprehensive.
Let me tell you
Uh,
one thing. You will be very uncomfortable when you will
mm,
Google anything about PPM. I'm
mm.
telling you, you won't find a proper answer for your
Yeah.
questions on Google
I know this is the pain. See, when
for
I
PPM. It's
I
very
started my career in
huh,
2004.
huh.
When I joined with the organization in Delhi, people looked at me. They don't know the PS module, and somebody when I said I am a certified consultant, people stared at me. Oh, there are SAP also conducting SAP PS certification also. Till that time, they know only PP, SD, FICO,
Yes,
all.
yes, yes.
So
PS is very
then,
popular. It is tightly integrated with FICO
uh,
and all that stuff. It's very much easy.
when I working, nobody is there to help me. Even I get a lot of issues. I used to struggle. You remember, I worked around 20 hours in a day to
My
get
God, to
into the
learn,
this.
to
No,
take the issues. Yeah, okay.
first 6 to 7 months is a very nightmare. Many time I curse myself for getting into this module
Yes,
or SAP.
but
But
yeah, you did really good
it's
to
okay.
pick this.
Then, okay, unless you have a struggle in the initial, no, you will not have a smooth on in
Learn.
the
You will
long
not
run.
learn. Yes, yes. You will not learn. Nowadays, like initially, I also struggle no Google help and on, but now I know where is the configuration where I can hit. And
Yeah.
being an ABAPer initially in my career, trust me, it helps a lot. I
Mm.
fixed in my previous when this I got this system from Naveen. It
Mm.
had many issues. Okay, and I
Mm.
was not able to fix it from configuration. I debugged, and then
Mm.
from there I figured out what is missing where, and then I maintained
Mm.
it, and I was able to work it out. So that's the
See,
additional advantage
see,
of
that
having
is the
debugging
one, that
experience.
is the one area
Hmm.
which I could not pay much time. Though I
No,
was very much
look,
fascinated to learn the ABAP, but
huh,
I did not get a time because being a client facing and all other things,
then not
and
possible, man. Not possible.
not
If you
possible
divert,
to.
IBAP is
Yeah.
very vast. Okay, if you
Mm.
focus, so you
Mm.
should focus just on debugging part. That's all I
And
would
I
say.
have so many friends in our circle now. So they used to say, "Why, sir, you are poking here? You are eating on our belly. Why you are coming here?" No,
Hmm.
you tell us what you wanted. That's all. We will make it open and we will show
No,
you everything.
no, exactly. Trust me, it takes like years and years to become
Mm,
expert in like in PS you struggle, right?
mm,
Similarly, we have
mm,
struggle. ABAP we have a lot of Google help for sure,
yep.
but still,
Mm,
to reach a level of expertise takes a lot of time. So the thing
yep.
is, if you want something, you just as a functional consultant, if you are aware of debugging skills,
Mm,
that is very very helpful. And trust me, it will
yeah.
help you a lot. Okay,
See,
so if you want, I
see,
can
most
cover
of the
that.
time,
No problem.
I worked on implementation projects. So that is where
Hmm.
also you need not to put much efforts on the
Much effort in debugging,
debugging.
yeah.
If you
Yes.
are continuously working on the production kind of a thing, then automatically you will force it to learn the debugging also, because the situation comes to where you have to do the debugging on your own and find out the initial level issue. You may not be expert, but at least some kind of a exposure and some knowledge will be there. So since I have been on the most of the time on the implementation sides, so we implement, then there for the another 6 months, then giving production support in the initial level, then fixing the issues, streamlining the projects. Once it is
Hmm.
done, even I am there for some projects, I have been working on the production also, but most of the time I have been working on the enhancements, adding the more functionalities which were not added during the go live, and all those change managements. I am
Hmm.
into that one only. So the
Oh,
debugging, I have not got into the much opportunity. Anyway, no regrets also. But
no problem. Yeah. And why? That's what there is a team, right?
mm, mm,
One person
okay,
cannot be an army,
yeah.
right?
So let us. I think.
Okay. So
Yeah,
any
we
other
can.
question? So let me traverse through these tabs, and then we will call it
Mm,
day, and then tomorrow we will start from
yeah,
scratch.
sure,
We'll start from
sure.
portfolio type. Okay.
Yep.
So here you will have all the options in portfolio related. In portfolio manager, you'll have all portfolio related objects to be designed, like items, initiatives, collection, reviews. We'll discuss everything. Okay, what are this
Okay.
in classification hierarchy? What are everything? So if you
Mm,
see something at repeated times, because this is a test system and people are playing around. Okay, somebody is doing some kind of configuration, some basis guy is doing some kind of stuff. They are adding, there is a place where we can arrange this menu and we can design this data. I will show you that place. Okay,
mm,
so that's why there might be multiple times entries. So just ignore if it is multiple times. Like tabs also, you'll see it will be multiple times with different spellings. Okay,
mm,
here MGMT it is there, and here it is
mm,
management. You see,
Mhm.
so people are just playing around with the system. That's why it might be there. So just ignore it. Just make sure that these elements should be there in your site.
Mhm.
And the thing is, let's say your project might not be using classification hierarchy. It might not be using collection reviews or
Mhm.
initiatives. You might have been using a structure which is directly creating buckets and all that stuff, and then you're directly creating items, and then you're creating projects. So you don't
Mhm.
need these things. So you can make your screen light by taking off these things from here.
Mhm.
Okay, you should not give these things. Okay.
So you mean to say that when I click on the portfolio management tab, these will
Hmm.
be the
Options
sub
available.
tasks, sub options are available where you can work on those ones. That is
Yes,
what you
where
mean
you
to
can.
say.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
And these all comes from the some settings in the like configuration. There is that
Mhm.
configuration is there, na, where we map what is that configuration. What is the
Layout
T code?
setting, layout
No, not
settings.
not not layout settings actually.
Mhm.
There is one T code where we
Mhm.
maintain that. I will show you in the system. I have done the one of the like last 2 3 sessions back. One guy asked, so I did some R&D and I showed him like where exactly
Mhm.
these things we arrange. Okay, so
Mhm.
I'll just look through that and I will let you know. Okay, where we do that
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Okay, that might come handy to you sometimes. Okay, just give me one
Okay.
sec. Somebody is at the door. One sec. Yeah. So
Mhm.
the other thing. Then coming to this project management, you will have your project related stuff like your
Mhm.
evaluations, approvals, pages, checklist items, tasks. These are the different elements that we have in the project. So
Mhm.
that is completely project management related tools you will have here. Then in resource
Mhm.
management, which the
Mhm.
resource manager will have access to. So there will be few
Mhm.
things, something called resource manager, there will be something called candidate manager.
Mhm.
Okay, and there will be something called administrator. Okay, so resource manager
Mhm.
will have access to staff resources cross project. Okay,
Mhm.
there are 2 3 projects going on and I am the resource manager assigned to, like, so what I can do, I can staff the resources into multiple projects. That kind of access I will have as a resource manager. Admin can
Mhm.
do anything obviously, but resource manager will have this limited access. Candidate manager will have to show you the candidates. Candidates, what are the candidates and resources? Candidates are the potential resources. Those are not resources. Those are potential resources that can be resource. Those are available options that you have, right? When you go into an interview, you are a candidate, right?
Mhm.
You are not the employee yet. Out
Mhm.
of those some candidate, few will get converted to employee, right?
Mhm.
Exactly same way we have here candidate and resource concept. Okay. So, and then administration is completely administration. So you can see here my portfolio object. Sometimes this also will there. It will have portfolio related objects only. So it is similar to portfolio management. You can just ignore this one. You don't need this. You need only this, this, and this.
Mhm.
These four
Mhm.
should be very simple, and these four we will be using in our
Mhm.
session. Okay, and this
Mhm.
is how you navigate. Just click on the tab and you will see all the options available. And here you can just keep clicking and it will load the screen, different screen based on the whatever option you're selecting here.
Mhm.
Okay, and then you click on the line items which is appearing, it will show you the detail. Okay,
Mhm.
so sometimes you will do this and it will open you in the new pop-up, or sometimes it will open here only. Sometimes it will
Mhm.
launch new window, it will launch new tab, it might launch new
Mhm.
tab also, sometimes it open. It completely depends on the configuration. Okay, and there
Mhm.
is one option here in the internet option somewhere, pop-up, right? Pop-up settings should be there.
Mhm.
Where is that? Let me see, where is that pop-up option will be there, na, somewhere. How to handle the pop-up? There will be one option will be there. Okay,
Mhm.
so you can choose your option there. Open it in a new tab, open it in a new window. Then your
Yeah,
pop-up will
yeah.
start in a new tab. Okay,
Yep.
just once. I think this is the one. I think always opens a pop-up in a new tab. You see,
Mhm.
I've selected that one. If I select a
Mhm.
pop-up in new window, it will start opening in new window.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, and there is one more configuration is there which we need to do if we want to open it here itself. Okay, if I
Mhm.
want to open something in this tab only itself, then also we
Mhm.
have one option is there. That is from
Mhm.
configuration. I will show you where to do that. Okay, so that also we can achieve. And in HANA system, in that one, what you call Fury app and all, if
Mhm.
in normally Fury app, when you will open, it will open in the same window and you with a
Yes.
back button.
Yep.
Okay, but if you have any custom, let's say PPM related, any custom tile you developed and you introduced it there, or any
Hmm.
T code, SAP T code you want to introduce in your tile as a tile, your field developer has done that, let's say.
Hmm.
Okay, and it is opening in a new tab, in
Hmm.
not in the same window. It is opening in a new tab or new window. Then that can also be fixed. I will show you that configuration also. You can ask
Hmm.
your developer to why put this configuration in place, and my issue will be resolved.
Hmm.
Okay, and that is the feature available in SAP S4 1809.
Hmm.
Okay, that is available for 1809 onwards.
Hmm.
Okay, and before that older version, how to achieve that? There is one file we need to configure something is there. I will show you that URL. Okay,
Hmm.
just go through it. You will see more details if that kind of requirements comes. Okay, that is something technical can handle. Technical or
Sure.
basic base can handle. Okay, so we'll discuss those things. We'll start from portfolio. From tomorrow is the same time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay then.
So
So I think we
7:30
can.
of your
You
time.
have any question? You
And
have any
no,
question?
coming Monday, since time is changing here, time zone, the
Hmm.
daylight saving, then we will discuss one day. Okay. So
Okay, okay.
accordingly
Actually,
that.
no,
Hmm.
so weekend we will not have classes, right?
I don't know, but if you are interested, don't mind also. If you have
Okay.
1 hour,
So
let
what
us.
I would say, actually this
Uh,
training session came up yesterday only to me, to my
mm,
knowledge. So
mm,
this is kind of out of the blue. So this Monday I won't be available actually.
mm,
Okay. So Monday and weekend also actually I'm traveling somewhere. Okay.
okay.
Due to personal work. So that is the main reason that this weekend will be a little bit disturbed, but then I am completely available. Okay.
Yeah, see,
So
Prince, that is what I'm saying. Since it, as you said,
then.
no, even yesterday only, even today only, I started looking into the browser. Then I found out this address. Then I started connected with Hasani. She
Hmm.
immediately might have contacted you and then replied
Yes,
back
yes,
that I
yesterday.
told her.
Okay, yes,
So,
for you
so
today morning only. For me, it was yesterday night. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I understand that it is just advance. There is no any advance intimation, so you have not planned your schedule also.
Yeah.
So
So,
you go ahead as per your schedule plan now for this
hmm,
weekend. But
hmm.
during the
But
course of the
after
time,
that,
we will decide.
during
Uh,
in the entire course, there will be no break. Let me tell you.
yeah.
And that time we can make you
So
the weekends
even
also.
yeah, weekends we will decide what
Sure.
time. Not by this time also. At
Hmm.
what time we can decide comfort conveniently
We
to
can.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some
So
convenient
then,
time we will pick in weekend. Yeah.
yeah, we will set up some convenient time on Saturday, Sunday. So we can have a more 1 hour instead of 1 hour, we can have a 1.5 hour or 2 hours also. So that
Hmm.
we will have a very interactive and hands-on session during that time. So that
Yep.
it will be very useful for both of. Okay.
Yes. Hands-on is very
Okay.
important. Okay.
Yeah. So now I have no any problem, Prince. I am very good,
And no questions?
comfortable. No, no.
And
No.
okay.
I'm keeping myself not to put into that mode now. I'm just
Okay.
starting as a beginner or learner, you can say. So let
Sure.
me go follow what you're saying now. Since
Hmm.
you will be starting tomorrow
Hmm.
from starting point, then I have my own question. Don't expect that I don't have
No, no
anything.
problem. No, no. I was just asking like for today's like whatever we
Uh,
covered and whatever
you
we
will be
saw
you will
and
be you will
any
be
question.
flooded with my questions and my doubts and so
No
many
problem.
things. So,
All questions are welcome.
we
Yeah.
will
Every
do
question you
together.
ask,
Yeah.
either I solve or either I learn something. Right?
No, no, no.
So
Together we will start
learning
learning
for
wherever
learning
it is possible. I will learn from you. You will also learn from me experience. So there is
exactly
the
with
interactive
your work.
session. We will make it as interactive, very useful and friendly session. So
Yep.
that could be better. You know.
Yep.
As long as you are open and I am open, no issue for me. I am always open,
I
friends.
am.
Mm.
You will get to know it. Right? I have no issues.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
You can contact me any time of the day or night, and
No,
I
no,
will
no.
respond.
Generally, I will never contact like that.
Even no, no.
I am very
I'm saying
particular in that. Yeah.
no, no. Even after the training, I'm saying like it's not
Mm.
like that.
Yeah.
uh, That
Yeah,
kind of
I
thing.
know
That
that.
okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that offer. So we will see how best we can progress in future. So I want to continue. You can tell that Naveen that you are good and we want to start the program. If they can share me the payment link, I will set
Hmm.
up their ID in my system, and then we can start
Sure, sure.
tomorrow. I don't want to waste time.
Those things you
Okay?
can take up with them. Okay.
Hmm.
So they only take care of those parts. Okay. So just
Okay.
to check with them. Hasini or Naveen will get back to you.
Yeah, I
Okay.
will put up a message right now, right after our
Yes.
class,
Sure.
so that they will give me the bank details, whatever it is, so that we can
Oh,
continue. Okay?
sure. Sure.
So
Sure,
we will
Sudhakar.
meet you tomorrow again, same time.
Yep. Sure. 100%. Yeah. Shall
Okay.
have a great
Yeah.
night. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good one. Good day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bye.
You too.